Hi everyone, I'm back reporting on my weight loss journey. I'm reversing out of my driveway and ready to go to work again. I feel like I'm a slave sometimes. I'm working double shift today and everything will be fine apart from my red eyes. I have no other symptoms of fatigue. I was studying last night under a light in the dark, looking at my iPad most of the night because my patients were sleeping. So, so I'm looking like this today, but who cares? I'm happy, and that's what counts. Now, from yesterday, I ate one apple, 2 slices of toast with butter, the full serving of butter that comes in those square containers. And I had an apple, and in the morning I had a hot drink of chocolate, of course. Through the night I had 3 cups of Milo, and today I weighed myself, and guess what? I lost another 100 grams, and that could even be inaccurate because I was in such a rush that I didn't go to the toilet before weighing myself. So I could well be in the 99.5, 99.4 grams. But with a full bladder, I was weighing 99.6. And one thing that I noticed is that, I'm doing so much of this for myself that literally, I'm killing myself over it. But at the moment, not over the dieting or, weight loss or whatever you want to call. Gosh, there's a lot of traffic in this intersection. I'm killing myself over my time. It's work, study. I haven't had a literal day off for quite some time. But the reason is I have to support my girl, and she has no other source of support. She's a very smart girl. She wants to attend a very prestigious university, and if she gets a scholarship for that university, I feel like I'm obliged to do the basics. And finding money for her to visit, and spending money and money for clothes and all that. I'm pretty sure scholarships don't cover that. But anyway, I'm proud of having her, and I tell everyone the battles are very similar to having a child with a disability. The only difference is that you don't have prejudice. No one looks at you or at your child, as being disadvantaged. But I know that there are lots of disadvantages being gifted. I really hope one day the world will treat everyone as a human being, regardless of the gifts they bring, regardless of the way they look like, and regardless of how much contribution they make to the economic system. That's my dream, and I'm working for it. And I'm sure I'm going to find lots of like-minded people. That alone would reduce, the rates of mental illness significantly, because we live in a world where money is a god, unfortunately. Anyway, going back to my journey of weight loss, I am happy with what I'm doing, but I'm also realizing, I'm doing far too much. That doesn't help, really doesn't help, your health. But right now I have to keep plodding along until I find alternative sources of income so that I don't have to work these crazy hours. Or carry on like that until my daughter, is fully on her way to, to graduating and all that. That's what she wants to do. Sometimes I wonder how worth it is to have, a prestigious university degree. They weren't as valuable as they used to be before. Like, in the 1980s, if you said, I have a degree from Cambridge, you were guaranteed a job. It didn't matter what degree you had or what your grades were, as long as you had the degree. Nowadays, people question all that. Lots of people have good education. They acknowledge, this person has very good education, but they don't manage to get any jobs. So I do question that. But now going back to, killing myself over work, I have a plan for that as well. So it is either going to last another couple of years until she finishes high school, or it could last 5 years until she's well into her degree. And then guess what? I'm putting my feet up and I'm working only what is necessary to keep my costs, to have some leisure, and do maintenance or whatever in the place where I live, because it's important, very important, to get a roof over your head, and a roof that doesn't leak. If you haven't got that, it's worth working for it. And if it is very hard for you, like it is for me, I'm living with a friend, don't be surprised or shocked if it's hard for everyone else. So all my weight that I carried on is being disposed of around my stomach. And I truly believe that my body is very smart, because I have a huge amount of weight on my back, like this area, and on my legs. No, gosh, my legs are so thick you could hide a child behind it, and no one would see the child, toddler. A newborn baby, you could put two side by side there behind my leg. You wouldn't be able to see the babies. But my body wisely is burning more around the ventral, abdominal area. So that's where the most important organs are. And I keep thinking I can't do that to my body again, because if, as the scientist says, by each kg of weight that you gain, your body has to produce 10 kilometers of blood vessels, tiny microscopic blood vessels, to nourish the tissue, the fat tissue that you've grown out of overeating or eating more than what you need. So I'm thinking, if I lost 3.5 kgs, so you will agree that my body has had to dispose of 35 kilometers. It's actually more than that, because 45 kilometers approximately of blood vessels that I grew to nourish extra fat. Now, I have met a few people in this, weight loss industry that developed cancer, and they were very young, like 43, 45, 52 years old, and they developed cancer, some serious forms of cancers. Now, I don't blame their bodies for that, because can you imagine, you lose weight and you put on weight, you lose weight and you put on weight, and your body grows vessels and your body disposes of it. One day your body say, I had enough, you are abusing me, you're making me work too hard, I'm not cleaning up your mess. And then that's when the cancers develop, because you grow an abnormal number of irregular or abnormal cells, and they take over, and then you lose all your weight, because the cells have they hijack the energy from all cells behind most forms of cancers, and that's the end of it. And once one of your organs is compromised, well, you better start digging your hole in the ground, because there is no way back. So I don't want to be negative, and my intention is not to scare you, but actually it is to scare you. It's to give you a strength, so that you don't, give myself a strength, and we don't repeat the same pattern of eating, especially if you're not hungry. So that's all for now. I am off to my work, driving safely at 50 kilometers an hour. Haven't got time to put petrol in the car. Fancy that. I have to do that tomorrow morning. And I hope to see you tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be my day 9 of my journey. And I'm very happy with this 4 kgs or so that I lost. It wasn't crazy like last time, 11 kgs in 6 days, and then all comes back again. So good luck if you are doing the same thing that I'm doing. Please write, comment, subscribe. I am open to any comments, and because the more information you pass on to me, the more I can try and improve what I'm doing. All the best, and bye for now.